You're a star, my child. Just keep all your focus, never let the foolish break. It may take a while, go through all the motions. Fortune always favors the brave. You'll take some heavy losses, and you'll think they make it worse. But one day you will change the world. Star child. One day you'll see the stars shine. Some days will fall on hard times, yeah. But remember, you can change the world. Change the world. Start trying. Some days will fall on hard times, yeah. But remember, you can change the world. Change the world.
All for the next generation. Give them confidence, the chances for the taking. A legacy for our descendants to embrace. To ignore our future children is a terrible mistake, yeah. I know it's hard to care when you'll be in the ground. So many people on this planet only seem to live for now. Lay the foundations, make the younger humans proud. My child, I promise that I'll never let you down, yeah.
Take a leap of faith. You
Is that an organ?
Sounds like a Wurlitzer.
Okay. All right. I was just like, what is that? I was like that because that's really cool. I love it.
So nerds, I apologize. I completely lost track of time, and I was actually prepping for the show, and still lost track of time. So I apologize for getting everything started late tonight.
Pictures or it didn't happen. No, I was kidding.
You're gonna see it here in a second because the other thing is I was working on getting better lighting.
Chuck got me a new ring light, and it's really hardcore. Like there's some like I could host a rave now. Let's just say that.
I love it.
And I would play this song.
Absolutely. I just need to do like a boiler room set one of these days. Just like get the turntables out and just do like a straight up D&D.
You and Husby should do it together. I can't imagine like dueling DJs. That would be amazing.
All right, nerds. What am I, 10 minutes late now? Yep, 11 minutes late. Let's start the show.
Distance nerding.
Hey! That's a spicy meatball. By spicy meatball, I mean Phil's late once again. This was totally my fault. I was home. So guys, I don't know if you guys know on these rebuilds, right? Like the way that I store my kits is like, you know, like just basically like a bin full of Lego, right? And so before the show started, I had to like separate everything into like different bags to make it easier to do the kits and whatnot. And I for some reason I thought today's show started at 6:30, which is the Tuesday show. And then by the time I realized it, it was like 6:50 or 5:57. So it's like, I need to shit. I'll get it one day. One day I will get this like correctly.
Time is meaningless, so whatever.
She said, "Dude, you're late the day I gave your card to my physical therapist." Everybody's saying for shame, Phil. Yes, I'm ashamed. I'm sorry, guys. Shame me, because it is the right thing to do. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the build. We are starting a new kit today. Well, not new. It's the rebuild. So I'm rebuilding a kit. We are doing the Mario question box.
Ooh.
Right. So it's got like all the Mario 64 lands built into it.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that the one that turns, or was that a different one?
No, that's the Nintendo.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Which is actually right behind me right now. But I mean,
that I think is my favorite thing that you've ever built, just because like it's so freaking interactive.
Yeah. This one's pretty interactive too. Once it's built, you'll see it here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into this. This show is brought to you by the good folks over at the deliciousness that is Dubby. That's right. Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. Whew! And I am going to drink some tonight.
I think you need it.
Yeah, obviously my brain is broken, so I definitely need to drink some of this. But
let's all hydrate, shall we? Everyone, let's take a sip. Whatever you've got, nothing poisonous. But, something that you got. I've got water. He's going to do some Dubby. Let's all just take a little hydration break.
There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while I'm setting this up, let's bring on our guest. Now, tonight's guest, this is his second time back on the show. But
repeat offender.
But he is a super talented director, artist, and just kind of overall creative person. Been involved in all kinds of crazy stuff, and the latest thing that they have going on. And if you're unfamiliar with this, because we promote the living crap out of it, so if you don't know what this is, you guys are not paying attention. The director and co-creator behind Lumpia. Lumpia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Patricio Ginelsa.
Where's my air horns? Where's my air horns?
That's what I was trying to find.
Oh, no. Yes. There you go. Oh, I love that.
It's definitely on the wrong page.
Happy Thursday, y'all.
Happy Thursday. What up, Patricio?
Jen, Phil, what's up?
I do enjoy Thursday.
Thursday, yes.
Yeah. Although I have to say, Odin's Day is probably my favorite, but
Nice.
Deep cuts, bro.
Deep cuts.
I do not need Dubby. Somebody else does. I do not.
You need subtitles. There's something cryptic happening there, and you need to read the subtitles, the subtleties of what's going on here.
Or just do one of these. Hold on, where's it at? Oh, do I not have it on this one? I used to have a thing that said, "Want to drink what Phil's drinking?"
Oh, you have subtitles.
I guess oh no, there it is. Found it. Boom, there it is.
There you go.
Patricio, how have you been, man?
To be honest with you, the New Year has kind of been a weird month. I can't wait till what's February 1, Saturday? Yeah, I can't wait till we get to the next month. It's just been an insane. The fires is happening here.
Yeah, man.
So it's just been a very roller coaster ride. A really kind of an emotional start to the new year, but things are picking up. It's a lunar new year. So year of the snake started. So I feel things are gonna pick up soon. Now that I'm on this show, I'm back here for the second time. Woo! I think we're on the up. We're in the up. We're picking up now. We're picking up.
Yeah, and I mean January's just the trial period of the year.
Yeah,
So
that's when the resolutions end. That's when it's kind of like you're kind of hyped up with his New Year's, and then you realize it's just the same old year. It's
yeah. Same
the same old.
different
But
year, same old thing.
but there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you're talking about nerding stuff. There's a lot of exciting things coming out. My son and I just watched Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man yesterday, so that was pretty cool.
I haven't watched it yet. Is it? It's like I've heard good reviews, good things. Only bad thing I'm hearing is like people complaining about what the actor just said. But
yeah, I think look, I think when you go to a Spider-Man show and you're actually really caught off guard and something different, I think it's always great, right? It's not predictable. I was stunned. Like, I didn't know this person was gonna appear. I didn't know. Like, you're trying to figure out where this works in the MCU and not in MCU, and then you're surprised that like things are happening in this episode. So it's fun. I'm on board. So you know what I mean. Like, who wants the same old? So
yeah.
I'm invested. After 2 episodes, I'm there for now. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so that's why it's a kind of a high bar, right, with me.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel that because you're a Spider-Man fan, since it is a high bar, that they have to really bring like A+ game, or
They do, especially when I'm showing my 8-year-old son, and I really want him to love Spider-Man just as much as I do. And I actually just during the holidays, I put him finally on the superhero binge movie watch, and then obviously the first movie I ever showed him was Superman, the original film with Christopher Reeve.
Oh yeah.
Did that, did 1 and 2 back to back, and then we went straight to Spider-Man 1, the Tobey Maguire one, and it was so cool to see him kind of like just get all the homages to the Superman films, and watching it that way, and him. It's always that third act when he's like pumped up and can't wait. Oh my God, what's gonna happen to Superman or to like it's. There's that moment in Superman 2 when Superman comes in, and it right outside the window he goes, "Gentle, we step outside to General Zod," and it's like that. Oh, my son was like, he was so into it. It was like I was nerding out just watching him. I was nerding out, and then in Spider-Man 1, with the bridge part where when you see MJ dangling from the bridge, and you see Green Goblin about to attack, like what is he doing? And when he's like punching him, he's like, oh, he's into it. I'm like, okay, I got him. So he wants more. He wants more. So watching this episode, it's hard to explain because we left off. We left off at Tobey Maguire when we haven't gotten to the Doc Ock yet, the Tobey Maguire one.
Oh, okay.
So to watch the episode yesterday, it he had a lot of questions, and there's definitely a lot of references to the MCU version, but I'm trying not to spoil anything. And the good thing is that the cartoon isn't really, you don't need to really watch the MCU to understand the series. It's kind of its own thing.
Yeah, because it's supposed to take place in an alternate universe.
Yes, that's what he thinks. But there's some stuff that happens even in the first episode that kind of like he was questioning, and I said, let's wait till we get to the MCU part. We're not there yet, So it's so yeah. To answer your question, it's kind of like that's a high bar, but a high bar not so much like for me to be excited about it, but it's like I want to make sure this is something I can watch with my son, and like I'm not dragging him, it's okay, I'll watch it, Dad, like, so that's always my fear, that he's not going to be on board.
Yeah, like you want that reaction. The dad, can we watch Spider-Man? Like,
oh yeah, no, hey, look, the New Year's thing he did in New Year's was like, Dad, when are we going to watch? Oh, you actually said it this week. Like, when are we going to watch Spider-Man 2? The Dr. Octopus thing. Like, so he's primed.
Are you gonna like show him the Miles Morales?
He's seen the Miles Morales one already. He's
okay.
seen that as a kid. He loves the Sunflower. That was a song that he kept singing over and over again. I don't think he watched both of them. I don't think. Yeah, so it's weird. There's a big. It's great because it's kind of separating. What is the?
We all sang that song like over and over again.
Yeah, but for him, he was I think 3 or 4. Him humming that, it was cool. They see him. One of the first songs he was humming was Sunflower.
It's always, I mean, it makes your nerd heart like feel good when your child is like, I like nerd stuff too. You know, you're like, oh yes, finally. You know, my parents screwed me up. Now, guess I'm gonna screw you up, but in a totally different way.
And I'm sure, like, you know, there's a lot of people out there that get really upset when they like their kids don't get into like nerd stuff, and it's just like, oh, Dad, you're such a nerd. Like, why?
I am a so I do my own little. I'm kind of like a nerd anthropologist, you know, where a lot of my student workers where I work, I always through the years always ask them the the Star Wars question, right? So if they even watch Star Wars, I always ask them. So when your parents introduced you to Star Wars, what order or what movies? What was the movie order your parents showed you the Star Wars saga? And my my analysis, according to my data, is that parents who've actually showed them in order it was made, like 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, the kids are much more maybe not necessarily hardcore, but they're more fans of Star Wars than those who watched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the data I've gathered from my students. So
Let me go ahead and give you extra data on that,
okay, sure, data.
because my son he's on the channel too is Shadu, and he's an adult. He's 22. He's going to be 22 here pretty soon. But he watched them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I did not show him in that order. My ex-husband did. So I would have done 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But no,
so the result is he how big
no,
of
he's a
fan is
huge
he?
Star Wars.
Oh, he's a huge fan.
He loves Star Wars.
Okay.
But I think he probably, I mean, I love Star Wars. So we talk about all the time, and his dad loves Star Wars too. So it's like he was bound and determined to love Star Wars. He's also a Star Trek fan as well, and a Lord of the Rings fan, and he does D&D. He's like super nerdy, and I'm so proud.
Oh,
like, so proud.
I think for me, I even recorded the moment the Empire, you know, when Luke finds out his dad is Darth Vader. Like I even recorded that scene. I always felt if you watched it 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, that in that order, you spoil that reveal. So that's why I've never that's my thing, is that, you know, when my son was shocked, and that's the aha moment. That but he's more into the Clone Wars now. We never got to 7, 8, 9 now. He's after he watched 3, he just kind of got caught up in the cartoons part. That's where he's stuck at right now.
Has he seen Rebels yet?
No, we're not even into Rebels. It's like he was into the Clone Wars for a while, and then something happened, and now he's into Simpsons. So it's like I think when we go back to Star Wars, we did return Star Wars for the Acolyte. He actually enjoyed the Acolyte, but and he actually liked the new one, Skeleton Crew.
Oh yeah.
But in terms of the Skywalker saga, he hasn't gone to the Abrams stuff yet. So
yeah.
So he's not as you know, like again, it comes and goes. Like right now he's in hardcore Simpsons thing, which was unexpected. So he's literally on season 5 right now. I can share. He's in season 5. 3, 4, 5, one of the peak of Simpson stuff. So he's
that's awesome. I mean, those are the really good seasons. Like you get past 10, and it's kind of like, I mean, this is already tread material, right? I mean, so
well, he's getting to material that even I have not seen yet, and so I have not even. Should I have to like pre-watch these things? Because like I don't know. Like I think it's safe, but I don't know. He's watching at a very rapid pace, almost like 3, 4 episodes a day. So it's insane. I even got him the Simpsons video game, the old one, PS3.
Oh, Hit and Run?
Christmas.
Hit and Run?
No, not Hit and Run.
Okay.
The EA Sports one where you're going around. It's just called the Simpsons game.
Oh,
but he's really into
game from the 80s.
What was that?
The arcade game from the 80s?
No, not that one. It's from recently, like the early 10s. It's like 2000. EA Sports made it, but it's basically you just walk around and you can be either of them. So I love the arcade version. But I couldn't find something in his platform that could get to that. But I'm just saying that he's really into it. Like he passed all the levels. And
Oh,
it's
good for him.
yeah, no, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. He's yeah. He started to act like Bart Simpson too, so I gotta watch that.
Oh,
He started
yeah.
calling me by my real name. Doesn't call me daddy anymore.
Wow.
Oh God. Just walks in. What's up, Patricio? Like,
Yeah, I know.
oh,
Eat my shorts.
eat my shorts, Patricio. I will. You're gonna get whooped like we did back in the 80s.
No, and they like, I
Why,
have
you
your
little-
shorts of yours to eat, and no, keep your pants on. That's no, that's awesome though. So okay, so you've got like a Chiron up behind you. I say Chiron. I'm sorry, I'm old school. I know it's not called that anymore.
Chiron. It sounds like it sounds like a droid.
Chiron. Yeah, that's 3PO's really bad talking cousin, Chiron.
Because
So hold on, I just got
Mistranslate-
handed a drink.
mistranslate everything.
Yeah, he just does his own thing. No, it says Kid Heroes Productions behind you.
Yes.
And so, and I know, is that the production thing for Lumpia?
Yeah, so that's my production company. It's actually
Oh,
named
okay.
after the original homemade movies I did as a kid. So when I got to
Oh, okay.
filmmaking, I shot movies with my neighbors, and we did these like superhero kid movies about saving the neighborhood.
That's
I was only like 13, 12 years old, and we for 3 summers straight we did a whole trilogy of superhero movies that we would put on VHS and pass it along to a lot of friends in high school at the time. I mean,
Oh,
that's a whole story. And so I named the production company under Kid Heroes, and actually this is so our new banner when we released Lumpia with a Vengeance. I redid the whole banner, and this is actually my son when he was 4 years old. So we recasted all the original 3 kids, and he plays
that's
all
cool.
3 of these heroes over here. I think I'm going the right way, but yeah. So this was like my pandemic project, was to recreate my cool logo.
Oh,
It's
that's awesome.
this moving thing, and so this is a still image. So there's a superheroes, become super dentist, black magician wizard, and the Karate Kid. So those were the original Kid Heroes, and we dressed them up.
That's it's another thing that you get to do when you have kids is they're your little puppets.
Yeah.
So you get to do whatever you want with
Well,
them.
now we're probably gonna get to live stream mode. I mean, he's always. We did that a lot in the pandemic, doing a lot of gaming things just for him to do, and now he's like, Dad, when are we gonna do some live streaming?
My son does it too. He's 22 and he wants me to play Skyrim, and he wants us to like put it on Twitch because he knows I'm gonna quit it like all the time because I do not like Skyrim at all. And he's like, let's do it. And so yeah, so
game is like having an angry mom.
Yes,
that's the kind of stream he wants.
That's the stream the internet wants.
And there should be like anger meter, like a video game. It's like how angry she. Oh, it's gonna go up. It's gonna up. Like,
how angry is my mother? Yeah, I'm pretty much. Yeah, I know I'm gonna rage quit. We're gonna have to like bleep out all of the curse words and everything because I'm gonna be cursing and stuff. I am not. I'm not I play well with others in video games.
Oh, he's old enough already. You don't have to do the whole censor thing. Just
no, I
go
just mean
on.
that to make sure that we can actually
post
it can be shown.
Oh.
Not for him. I had to make him start cursing. I had to force it out of him. He would not curse in front of me for years. So
now it's hilarious when we hear him curse on the show.
Oh yeah. And he does it so well. He knows exactly when to do it and exactly what to say.
Comedic timing on it. It's just like, and Santa Claus is a bitch. Like,
yeah, he's like, and Santa Claus is a little bitch. And you're just like, what? so yeah.
I love it.
So the classmates, they all do. Is the streaming thing a thing like they do, or is it a cool thing to do, or is it kind of like, oh, they're the weirdo people who stream? Like, I wonder how it is nowadays, and I don't know in his world.
Dude. Okay, so I can tell you now, right?
Mm-hmm.
My nephew and all of them, they talk like normal conversations in like stream lingo.
Yeah.
They're not even streaming. This is like in person, in real life.
Yeah, they're just like, like, dude, it's weird. Like you'll see them like talking to each other and be like, "Chat, what's going on?" Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, like hit that subscribe button right here. I don't know.
Like that, and I'm just like, all right, make sure you subscribe. And I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Right. Or they'll say, some of them say things like, well, I got to heart that. I'm hearting that a lot. And you're just like, all right.
And I'm just sitting there like, what is happening?
Yeah, but see, luckily Phil speaks streaming, so he can translate for others.
Because I stream, but it's still weird. Like, as a streamer, to be around kids that are like, like 18, 19, 17, 18, 19, that are just sitting there going, "Chat, no, that's not cool." Like, who is chat?
Am I chat?
Am I the old man now?
How many of them are watching now? Do they watch the stream?
They do not watch this show. We are an old people nostalgia show. They are not into us.
Yeah.
We need to do more pranks. That's what I'm saying. Pranks and like, what else?
Like eventually, when we have money to do so, like I want to do Mr. Beast shit. So I mean,
yeah,
that's so funny. We have to watch the season finale with after the stream. We're supposed to watch Beast Games, the season finale. It comes out tonight.
Oh wow, yeah.
Here's a plug for Beast Games. I didn't know anything really about it until we watched.
Like I'll see his videos every now and then, but it's just like there are things that irk the living crap out of me about Mr. Beast in general.
I'm seeing it strictly from an anthropology angle.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean that you have to. Like it's.
I look at Double Dare. It's like this is a new version of Double Dare, and
God, we are old.
Finders Keepers.
Right. Yeah. What was that? The
Double Dare, dude.
Legend of the. What is it? Legend of the
Hidden Temple.
Legend of the Hidden Temple. Yeah.
Oh, that's Temple.
That's my other show. That's my shit right there.
Yeah. So, well, it's awesome. We could all just sit here and talk. I said earlier, because we don't have a bracket tonight, because we normally do a bracket for the second hour, and I was like, well, we don't have a bracket, and I was like, well, let's face it, Phil, you and I can just talk for an hour nonstop.
Oh, we're streaming right now? I forgot we're streaming.
and I was like, Patricio's a nerd. We're just going to talk nerd shit for like the next 2 hours. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's my jam. So
so how excited are you about the new Superman movie then?
Look, I'm a big Christopher Reeve fan. I think Christopher Reeve, and even rewatching it, I realized rewatching it with my son, I realized that I never really watched it in HD. So I feel like I was watching something new when I was watching it with my son, especially I'm a big fan of 2. And part 1, and the thing is, everything about that film, even when I do the logo, everything from the title design, that's as a kid, it just brings me back. And so Christopher Reeve for me will always be Superman. I remember even getting the comic books when I was younger, and if it didn't look like Christopher Reeve, I would not read it. I was like, oh, okay, John Byrne is doing Man of Steel, like he looks like Christopher Reeve, I'll read that. But even the Kurt Swan stuff and the Superman, it's just like, so I was so pro Christopher Reeve. He was like the superhero, and it was hard. It's hard when you're watching someone else fill in those shoes and Henry. It's hard. Like it takes a lot for me to erase that memory, and it doesn't help. Now they have that new Superman documentary, and now there's a new resurgence on Christopher Reeve. It just makes me nostalgic for those days. So. But I'm a James Gunn fan. I'm very intrigued of like what he has planned for it. I know people are all talking about that whole the face thing and him, the Superman. It's like the little things, right? It's weird. It's like have we come to this point where it's like before it was like these comic book films were so rare. It's like you'd and even with the Marvel, they were all in the dark ages that we need something like as big as this and Superman. Now we get the Superman where they can like do full-on special effects. We may get Fortune Solitude. We may even get the giant key and unlocking. Like that is a stuff like that hasn't been put on live action. And I I trust James Gunn, so I'm gonna reserve judgment for the actual film.
Mhm.
But I got excited with everyone with the trailer. I think they hit the right beats to it.
Yeah.
I don't have the same problems that other people have
Yeah.
with James Gunn's portrayal and everything like that, just because he is a massive Superman nerd, like just kind of comic book nerd in general, and
Yeah.
he's already like talking about like some of the things that he's talking about doing in this movie are all like straight up like comic book things, like things from the comics.
Yep.
And this is the first time somebody's looking at it at a whole as a whole and not just going like, oh, we're going to start everything from scratch and do everything on there. Like he's starting from a lived-in world. Like this world has already been lived in. We're having a Superman that already exists within the world. So that means we're going to get more of that. Like it's no origin story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't think it'll be a Superman with like rock song soundtracks and all these needle drops. Like I think the trailer shows that he's respecting even like the original score.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be like Bryan Singer's take, where it's almost like they wanted to copy exactly that tone. I really think James Gunn is going to really capture. I really think it's going to be the surprise of this year, the movie. I think they're holding back what they're showing us.
Oh,
so,
and James Gunn always holds back though.
Everybody
assumes that they're getting everything with the James Gunn, and like you should already know, when you get a trailer from James Gunn, you're not even scratching the surface.
Right.
But talk about the pressure. I mean, this guy is not only the head of the studio. This whole I don't remember what other film is like literally has everything is like on this movie to initiate and start this whole universe.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's like
maybe the first Iron Man, but I don't even think the stakes are the same for that.
No, because that came out of I think the thing with you're right, but the thing is this is coming off already a DCEU, right? Or a universe that there's so many hardcore Zack Snyder fans already. So it's already coming in with a lot of, whereas Iron Man, people are like intrigued, but there was no people like, I hate this. I remember I was at San Diego Comic-Con Hall H when they revealed that trailer, and I just feel like even showing that tease, people already knew it was going to be a hit,
Yeah.
Like, so I with this one, it's just the near community has so many trolls now, and there's so much stuff happening just for the sake of just trolling that I really think that this Superman movie is going to rise above it all. I really think it's time that, because we need some hopeful stuff, that Superman's now coming out at a time when I think we really need a Superman. We really need the red tights and the red underwear.
Yeah,
we need that guy. And like, bright red and bright blue. Like no more darker tones. Like just go out and that's what made the Christopher Reeve. We think about, and I would go back to the original Christopher Reeve movie, right? The original film. In context, it looks so dorky, but Christopher Reeve in that suit, you just believed it. It's just everything from his acting, and I mean, I could analyze that film. Me and my brother have analyzed that film our whole lives, so I was just wondering why that movie worked.
I mean, one of the cool things about that for me, and I mean, I've been a huge DC Comics fan since I was like 11, like a really hardcore, and it was the first time that I really thought, I was like, man, a man could fly, like, because they'd never done that before. So there's so many things about that movie, about Superman, that movie, and that were firsts, like the first time we got to, and he did the Superman stuff, so it's like the first live action Spider-Man movie. So many things were done in that movie, and it was like, well, I mean, we've never seen this before, so it's hard to top it. But I'd like to get back to that. I want to see that again, and I feel like with the colors and how they're portraying Corn Sweat as Clark and Superman, and like that very first trailer, there were like 5 words in it, but you knew exactly what was going on. And so
Sweat looks like a fucking nerd, and that's what Clark should look like.
Yeah.
Clark should look like a fucking nerd.
Yeah, but he should be
yeah.
like a nilf.
A nerd, I'd like to.
Yeah, I said it. I didn't stutter.
You only have to look at and I watched Superman 4 again, and like that, everyone thought that's what happened to the first movie. Like the how Superman 4 looked like, it could have easily been like that. So that's how not to do it. And so I mean, with this new Superman film, the fact is, I think we're all trained. We know what special effects look like, and we know it's fake. I really feel that the Superman movie is gonna probably change the game a bit. I think. Yeah.
I like that there are going to be kaiju in it.
Oh yeah. No, there's a tease. Yeah. No. Yeah. That'll be weird.
I watched something and they were like, and Superman's going back to like the big monsters, what James Gunn calls kaiju. And I was like, James Gunn did not invent the word kaiju. It's been around for centuries. But I was just like,
look, if we get Netflix
rage.
and Bizarro in the comic book actual forms, that'll be happy. Like
would be so
Bizarro and even, well, of course, it's like
Imagine if we actually get freaking Mitzelplick in this.
Mitzelplick, and what if they're actually working into not a Justice League movie but a Super Friends? Will they actually go just Hall of Justice?
Meanwhile, like the Hall of Justice.
Well, there's a rumor that the super team isn't called the Justice League, they're called the Justice Gang. I mean, and that's pretty that's a deep cut, because that was in like one issue like years ago, and Flash is the one that like recommended it, and it's just like, what the heck?
I would not. I mean, look, James Gunn's responsible for bringing Groot into mainstream, right? So he's bringing all the obscure characters.
Look at Suicide Squad, like
the Z-list, not even the D-list, or it's like the Z-list of superheroes.
Yeah, like Suicide Squad, like he's not afraid to go big and to bring in obscure characters, because
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man is like that is the most obscure you can get. Ratcatcher, Ratcatcher 2. It's not even the original Ratcatcher.
Hey, Logan.
Look at that.
We're live. Can you hear them? Or say it like we're just talking about you. What do you watch? What season are you on Simpsons right now?
6.
Season 6 now?
6.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Episode 3, I think.
Hey, I want to say something. Cowabunga, dude.
Can you hear them?
That's what Bart Simpson says.
Yeah, he does.
When he's like on the skateboard.
Mm-hmm. And then Lisa plays the saxophone, and her dad calls it the saxophone. Have you gotten there yet?
I don't think yet, but I think I'll uncover that.
You will.
Hey, tell me, did you like Superman? The Superman movie?
Oh,
or do you like Spider-Man better? Which one did you like?
I think I like both of them.
Mm.
It's because they both have like a lot in common.
Mm.
Yeah, they both want to help.
You remember your favorite line?
Right?
The garbage. What? You remember that line in Superman 2?
I forgot.
I never seen garbage eat. Never seen garbage eat garbage before.
Best line of any Superman movie. Son of Jor-El, kneel before God.
Kneel before Zod. Yeah. I love that. Well, my favorite's Wonder Woman. So she didn't show up in the Superman movies, but that's okay. You can watch her later. She'll be amazing for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, sure, whatever you say.
He's like, okay.
You good?
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Here. He said bye.
Bye.
Bye. But no. So what I was saying is we know he's not afraid to bring in kaiju, because look at Starro.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did a comic book accurate Starro.
Starro was awesome, and it didn't look weird. It just looked funny. It was cool.
It looked like Starro. I was like, everybody freaking Starro.
When they announced that they were doing Starro, everybody was just like, he's doing Starro? It's gonna be so weird. And then you see the movie, and it's like, nope, it works. It works perfectly.
Yeah.
Because by the time you got to Starro, so many other weird stuff had happened. You're like, of course, Starro's in this.
And again, talking about making people care about obscure characters, Peacemaker made his way back into the comics because of that movie.
I still haven't seen.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do that the season 2. Like how is because he's connected right to the old universe, and so are they gonna do a multiverse thing or just ignore it and just assume he's in the new universe now? It's like weird.
I think they're just gonna ignore it because he kind of shows up in Creature Commandos, and they actually talk about they have a couple characters that are from the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker in Creature Commandos. So I think they're just going to ignore it. It's just going to be like, oh, here's, this happened. Let's go.
If you haven't watched Creature Commandos, you need to watch it. It's amazing.
It really is really good.
I watched everything a lot. So the Creature Command, and I don't know much about the Creature Commandos. I even ended up I always kind of have to Google it and see what's their history, what's in the comics, and that's why I trusted James Gunn, though it's kind of weird, to put his face in the, his himself right in the intro, right? It's almost like
talks about that. He talks about that.
It's weird. I don't know how to feel about that. Like it's like me putting, hey, Lumpia the Vengeance, and then all of a sudden you see me. It's like
add a typewriter.
So it wasn't his idea. No, so they asked him in an interview. So so whose idea was it for you to show up in the opening credits? And he goes, just for the record, that wasn't my idea, and I did not like it at first, but then after a while I kind of got used to it after watching a few episodes. But he said what happened was when he gave the notes for the opening, what he wanted for the opening, the animation team ended up doing exactly what he wanted. But then at the very end, when they did, written and directed by James Gunn, they decided to animate that. And he was like, the first time he saw it, he saw it at premiering the episode, and he saw it with everybody else. And they were said everybody looked at me like, really? You're just going to do that? And he goes, that wasn't my idea. He goes, it's a little
jarring. The first time I've seen it.
But he goes, it's a little jarring because it actually looks like me. So he's
that's a cool thing to be animated that way, though. I'd be that'd be a good bucket list to be animated.
I'd plaster that crap everywhere.
Yeah,
I'd be
get the
like,
animation
this
cell.
is me animated.
He said the animation studio made that decision and did that, and it was a surprise for him.
And then they all got fired.
Or they all got promotions.
We're positive.
Right.
They all got season 2 and 3 and 4.
Right, yeah.
He did just say earlier this week that they are working on season 2. So there is going to be a season 2 for the show.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's well deserved too. It's like they can go all kinds of directions. I want to see them live action to see how they turn out, because I know some of them are being translated. Some of the live action stuff, so that would be cool.
Yeah, the whole Cersei thing, when we watched the trailer for that, the first trailer, I was like, that's Cersei. And my husband went, are you sure that's her? And I was like, yes. We saw her for 5 seconds. I was like, that is Cersei.
Interesting.
And then later we saw it. I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan, huge. So I was like, I have seen that Cersei outfit before. That is Cersei.
And that's the thing with Wonder Woman. Do you think they're gonna recast, or do you think?
Yeah, I think they are.
Gal was so good in it. It's hard. It's hard to.
She was, but I think they're going younger. And she's kind of getting to that point where she's not. Although, Wonder Woman's supposed to be immortal, so she could really be whatever age she wanted. But
computers can DH now, so it doesn't matter how old they go. They can.
Yeah, that's
do
true.
Anything.
I really liked her. I named a dog after her. I liked her so much. So, her name was Princess Diana Gal Diana Godot of Themyscira.
Wow, what's the nickname?
Gal.
Gal.
Yeah, that was her nickname. So, but yeah, so I really liked her. I'm like, but I think if they're gonna recast the main two, like the Batman and Superman, which they've already said they're gonna do, they probably should go ahead and recast.
I really think they should. Robert Pattinson should just keep that Batman. I don't know. I don't know. I think it may work. I mean, he's young, you know, and
he is. I don't feel like that Batman would fit in that universe.
He wants Alan Rickson.
I want.
It would match. He's like, you know, you drive from Metropolis to Gotham, and just suddenly gets all dark. It's just like a different world.
Yeah, no, I 100% want Alan Rickson to play Batman, just because he like, if you look at Alan Rickson, he is comic book accurate Batman. Just looking at the dude, right?
And he would also be Bilf.
A Bilf?
A Batman I'd like to.
I was gonna say Billy.
Be friends with.
Look, the tone doesn't work. I mean, like Marvel proved with Daredevil, right? He can go light in She-Hulk, and then they can totally go back to the grittiness of the new series, which I'm very excited about. You know, the Daredevil one. I can't wait. I think that's the one other thing that I'm probably most looking forward to is this new reboot or continuation of Daredevil.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a reboot, and then they decided to make it a continuation, which was
so somewhere out there, there's like an Eric Stoltz version of the Daredevil.
That is a deep cut right there, dude.
I know.
Oh, if only Graveyard was here right now, because he hates Back to the Future.
He says it's the worst trilogy ever made.
He's the only person in the world that hates Back to the Future. But I mean, like,
you call that the perfect script. The first movie is the perfect script. I went to USC Film School, so Robert Zemeckis, well, at my time there was like the person. They even named the whole building after him. So it's kind of like, you know, everything was Zemeckis, you know. So
Zemeckis. I'm going to the Zemeckis auditorium. I'm eating in the Zemeckis cafeteria.
Hey, I'll go meet you at the Zemeckis later.
Yeah. We're going to the Eric Stoltz lounge.
Eric Stoltz. No, it's just a stall in the bathroom. I'm gonna pee at the Eric Stoltz urinal right now.
Go pee at the Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, they're the cakes that they use for the urinals. They're called Eric Stoltz.
Like Eric Stoltz, so bad that they had to put Michael J. Fox in. I mean, technically, Michael J. Fox was originally who they wanted to cast.
Yeah,
but he couldn't do it, and
like
then
scheduling conflict or something, right?
It was.
How much power is that you can just recast? You know, redo everything, and everyone just has to go along with it. You know, that's the power of Spielberg as your producer. It's like you can do anything you want.
It has happened.
Remember, there are scenes where Eric Stoltz is still in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the question is, I wonder if Eric Stoltz still makes a royalty then, just for those shoulder shots, or
right there you go. Maybe.
The head.
Poor Eric Stoltz.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even think of
Some Kind of Wonderful. That kind of redeemed him a little. So,
well, I think Eric Stoltz is due some kind of Quentin Tarantino revival or something. They need to cast him. He's still acting. Is Eric Stoltz still acting?
I think he's alive, directing more now than he's acting.
Right.
Yeah,
they should bring him out of the. He should.
Bring him out of cryostasis.
Well, you know how they do it now is that, especially in tragedies like these LA fires happening, Steve Guttenberg just came out of nowhere and just all of a sudden now he's popular again. Steve Guttenberg, Mahoney's is popular. Police Academy, because he showed up in the news. So Eric Stoltz, if you're watching this reviving career, you need to get on the news or save someone from, I don't know, fire in the building or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or just like, you and just redo like an updated version of one of the John Cusack movies that you did with him.
No, he should do a live reading of Back to the Future.
There you go. Yeah. For charity. For LA
charity,
Fires charity. There we go.
There it is. See what
the mask character.
What scares me about that is that he would do it, and the reason they fired him is because they said that he took the character way too seriously.
I can see that with the brief.
They said that if you can find the original scenes and you watch the scenes of Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly, like he was just way too serious. I was watching a documentary where they had like a back like a side by side of the opening scene where he goes into the lab and plugs in the guitar, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and like Eric Stoltz, just like he's treating it like it's Shakespearean.
Well, like he got electrocuted and he's dead, right, or something. Like
and they're just like they're just like, you're taking
not
it
that
too
kind
serious.
of movie, Eric.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have a little more fun with it, and it's just like he wouldn't have any fun with it. He just kept taking it like really seriously.
Oh my god, I've seen Police Academy. I that's one of my guilty pleasures, the Police Academy series as a kid.
I love Police Academy. I was thinking about movies that could not be made today, like Steve Martin's The Jerk.
Yeah, no, there's I think every 80s movie, it's like,
right, like there's so
every
many
80s film. It's so we can go down the list. I mean, things I've even watched in theaters.
Yeah,
but Police Academy, it's like I actually dragged my mom to take me to, like, maybe it was what was it, Miami Beach or one of the when it came out, it was probably Police Academy 5, and I dragged my mom to go watch. Hey, you got to take me to watch this on opening day. There was no midnight screening of Police Academy 5, unfortunately, but I did catch the matinee after school ended.
There you go. Yeah, my mom wouldn't take me to movies. Like she was like no. So I would have to go with friends. So it was always like, so she'd drop us off. But it was simpler times back then when we didn't have the internet and knew about all the child predators.
Oh yeah,
sorry, I watch a lot of true crime. So we should probably talk about like stuff you're doing.
I do all this stuff. I was gonna say, if you back my campaign now, you'll get a free backer deal. If you during the stream, my flash thing, but
okay. So what you guys are doing a Kickstarter, right? Is that
we're doing? So it's not Kickstarter, it's Backer Kit. It's
Backer
odd
Kit.
Because our past 9 campaigns and we're all on Kickstarter, and we have this perfect record, like 9 for 9. Like it's very Floyd Mayweather like. It's like a pristine record. So I'm always very careful of like doing a crowdfunding, and really like I have to feel that it's people are gonna dig it. But this whole campaign, Backer Kit does this thing called Pintopia, and this is the 3rd version of it. And Pintopia, I don't know how much you know Pintopia, but Pintopia is this curated event where they gather all the pen creators, and so there's like 170 of them, all creating their own enamel pins, and then plushies too. But we got accepted to it, and then basically there are all these incentives if you back 10 of us, and then there's even another incentive that we have to back find a partner. So within us 170 plus creatives, they encourage that we had to find a partner. So we have our own cross collab partner, and we found one with the companion. It felt weird because we had to go through Discord and we had to like get to know everyone and try to find the right project that kind of reflected it. There's not many other projects that have also Lumpia and like
right.
So it was almost like everyone's doing these cute kawaii kind of things, and I'm like I could be cute, cute Lumpia.
It's we found a great partner.
Yeah, it's tasty, it's crunchy.
Like bro, I'm Filipino, I am cute, come on.
And you're like, oh no, I know we're kind of like the super niche thing, and when you go, but we found a partner in the companion, and so this is one of the cool things about this program. Like last year, this Pintopia thing, and I've heard about it. They raised, I think, among 120, they raised like almost $1 million collectively for all their campaigns, and funded everything. For this one, it's been a week already. And in the first 24 hours, they already surpassed that goal. They already made 1 million collectively in the first 24 hours. They passed already last year. Of course, I made like 1% of that. 1% of that goal. I contributed 1% of that goal. Not even 1%. Yeah. So everyone else, it feels weird because it's almost like, yeah, we're all together, but a part of me feels kind of like, oh my gosh, that person already hit their goal, you know, in an hour, and now they're like 1,000%. You know, here I am, just kind of, I'm like the slow and steady turtle. Eventually, we got funded in 48 hours, which was cool, you know. But so we're stretching our goal, and we're doing these. So we're doing enamel pins. So rewind, right? This is the first time doing pins for Lumpia.
That's awesome, though. I love getting like bling with stuff. So I mean that, and it's like, it's so special because you're helping fund a project for like independent film or independent comics, or, you know, something that wouldn't see the light of day unless it was funded like this, just because people don't want to take chances like the big money. And so seeing that and then getting something that's like a special thing, so you're like, yeah, only got like, there's only like 1,000 of these and I got one of them. It's just kind of a cool thing to have. It's like that street cred. It's like you're their drip dealer for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's cool because even our partner, getting to know them, the companion, they're based in London, and this whole Pintopia is such a global thing. So it almost, in a way, it was a no-brainer to join because it helps us, you know, expand our brand a bit. People get to know who we are. But these guys, the companion or the UK, their whole focus is on positive mental health, and so the enamel pins are just really a way for them to, support their mission. You know, and so that was cool to hear their story. So their whole theme is Lunar New Year, and so our pin is this whole Lunar New Year red envelope lumpia thing. So
how cool.
We're kind of going back to the origins, because I guess the lumpia origin in China anyway. So in a way, it feels like we're honoring the roots of lumpia with this red envelope pin.
That's
so it's
cool.
It's been fun. It's been, look, I was saying at the opening of the live stream that it's been kind of emotional, you know, weird opening of the year. But for myself and the artist that doing this, Leroy David, it's been kind of therapeutic. Like, he was spending all his holidays obviously trying to design all these, making all these pin designs for the holidays, trying to make it for this campaign. But it was good. It was we're very happy with our designs, and
good. Yeah. That's awesome. I just love stuff like that. I think it's so cool when you can do.
Yeah, you're saying 1,000. We're only planning to make 100 of these things. We're not. I mean, look, I'm not gonna say never. I mean, if this thing also exploded in the remaining, how many? I think I have 16 days left. You know, then we'll go for it. But I think everything that we made, from the movie to the comic books, have all been crowdfunded. So I don't know if that's a badge of honor per se. I know people who don't like the whole crowdfunding thing, but for us, it's just, if we we only make it when people really, want it, like if there's demand. I think because then it forces us to do our best when these, when backers are there, and you want to make sure that you put a lot of effort and your most creativity to it, right? So.
Well, yeah, and I think, basically what you're doing by the crowdfunding is you're building in your fan base. So they're gonna, they get something out of it, obviously, but you're building a fan base and you're building excitement, and you're doing it in a way, like really organic way, instead of having to put out trailers and having to put out, these things to, really invent that excitement. You're doing it in a much more like ground roots, or what's it called?
It's asking you to take pesos. It's global, so I'm sure your credit card is going to transfer to any.
James doesn't even know what a
crypto
peso looks like. Come on, he didn't know.
I don't think you know the exchange rate right now.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even know different time zones.
I put the link on there. It is still live. I know you're behind the scenes, but it is still live. And where are we at? 14 days left. So we actually have 2 weeks from now. We actually so right now we're in we call a bonus round. We're trying to Leroy made 7 designs, made 7 pin designs, and we have already unlocked the 5th design. I need a buying pin.
That's so cool
We
that you guys are
could.
doing the different pins. I just think that's so neat.
Well, I gotta tell you what's the cool idea that our idea is I wish I had the picture, but it's a comic strip. So the backing card for the pin is actually a comic book. So we're celebrating the first Lumpia movie, not even Lumpia with a Vengeance. We're going back to the original homemade film that actually started this whole deep fried universe. Leroy David, who's based in Sacramento, he was the artist for that original film. So we recruited him to celebrate that first movie with these pin designs. And so the strip kind of summarizes the movie, and then we created pins that we tacked on that. It's a really cool design, like kind of a comic strip backing card. And so at the $40 level, the core was like 4 pins. So you got 4 pins for sure. And so that got funded already. But now we have 3 other designs that we want to hit. So for the same price, you could potentially get 7 pins on this card. So we just unlocked the 5th pin a couple of days ago, and now we're trying to unlock the 6th pin. So
that's awesome.
More value, and it's just fun, and
yeah.
We
want to get the whole set.
Yeah, well, there's a secret design that we created. We're not revealing it, but there's a secret design if we hit a certain goal after the 7th pin that I'm excited for. So there is an 8th pin that we want to reveal. I don't know if we'll get there, but we still have 14 days left. Running this campaign, it's kind of like I'm not I guess I'm the slow and steady person. I'm trying to I don't
You're the tortoise and the tortoise and the hare race.
Probably. I try to. Everyone else's campaigns, there are people who if with crowdfunding, it's like you get most of your backings in the beginning and the end, right? So we're in this, we call the retention, the dead period, where it's like we're just trying to get through it, So I try not to freak out, but it's just a way to have fun, I guess, is my thing.
You just got to breathe through it. Breathe through it.
Yes.
So James asked if there were any comics that you got at some levels.
Yes, as an add-on, there is. So I will say this: if you back this now, while I'm still alive, the early bird special ended already a few days ago. But and I'm monitoring now, if you make a backing now until I don't know when we're going to end here, but I will add that early bird special, which you have a choice of either an extra bonus pin or a free comic book of your choice. So
that's awesome.
You get that, and you can get that even at the cheapest $10 level. So for $10, you not only get that whatever pin you want, you get an extra bonus pin also, or a comic book, physical one. So, and it could be any of the 13 comic books that we already have created. And we'll have the 14th one we're premiering at WonderCon in March. Nice. So we're going to be back in WonderCon, and we have another comic book coming out then. So a lot of fun things. Yes. Yeah, awesome. You see all the add-ons there. We even have a new cap, our popular Lumpia snapback cap that we're doing. So that's awesome. So look, we spoil all our backers. So we'll, whether it's a discount or extra stuff, it's like backer building, I guess, community building.
Right. Yeah, it is. Aaron Watson just asked if, like the Denny's. He's like a good early bird.
Unfortunately,
deal.
Denny's is not official sponsor of this campaign. Lawrence and so where's I have oh my god, Lawrence is one of the popular pins. I don't have it. Was the Lumpia spinning pin that Lawrence created for a couple of years ago for one of our comic books. We sold that; those are all sold out. So but that's one of our most popular enamel pins. It was one of our original. It was the Lumpia spinning.
Oh, my gosh. I think I vaguely remember them talking about that.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I have it. So this one. Oh,
can you?
I can't. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Spins.
There you go. Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, we had 2 versions of it: the black button and the cream button. But this was one of our first enamel pins. It was cool.
That's so great.
Yeah. So I guess that's another creative outlet that we found was that, because pin design and enamel as I don't know how much you know about it. Like I'm studying like all the different kinds you can do pin, glitter and hard enamel, soft enamel. It's that community it's exciting
like how
to get
you
to it.
can how you
Yeah.
like put the enamel in
Yeah.
there
So these are
makes
my
a
other pins I
difference.
did. Yes, I did one of my
Oh,
logo
cool.
already. So these were
Oh
pins that we
yeah,
did
those
last
are
year.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
these are like, so make it small enough that you can put on your cap or whatever. So like I'm getting to it. Like last year we started doing toys and so it's almost like kind of like what does life look like after Lumpia Vengeance now that it's out, it's streaming now, it's on, so it's kind of like, you know, like there's no roadmap really. Like really, we're just trying to just going with the flow and see what the folks like, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can retain some of that Lumpia excitement and
Well, and you
for the
guys want to
project.
create a whole universe, so you could take different parts of it and make, spin-offs and things. Haha, spin-offs because of the spinning lumpia. But
No, yeah, that's part of the fun, right? It's like try not to get too excited too much and you make too many too quick, right? And just trying to feel it out and see what people are doing. We do that with the comic books already, kind of like which characters do people feel, and that's the only reason why Gemini, like the villain in the film, got her own comic book series, because people really like that character. So we listen. I miss the days where people write letters and stuff. They publish it in the comic book pages. I should do that with our stuff,
you
but
should. There's
no one really
there's nothing
comments
that
anymore.
says you can't. Yeah.
No, people just like stuff now. They don't really leave comments or write me pen pal letters, So like, it's gone are those days.
Out there, if you have not watched Lumpia yet, if you are not somebody who's gotten that, it is available on Apple. It is available on Amazon. I own the movie. I've watched it like 3 times. It is fucking great. So
yeah, if you're lumpia deficient, there are ways to get your full serving of lumpia.
And a warning, it does make you hungry, so you're gonna have to either watch it in a full stomach or make sure you're eating something while watching the movie.
Or
speaking of hunger,
I was saying,
I have a question.
Just throw it out there real quick. If you are not in an area that is abundant with Filipino culture, then what you're gonna have to do is DoorDash your closest Filipino restaurant and get some lumpia.
There you go.
I promise you, there is a Philam restaurant somewhere close to where you're at.
Copy my freezer,
James. So my question is, do you like kimchi?
Oh my gosh, kimchi. Unfortunately, with kimchi, and I eat a lot of Korean food, sushi, Korean barbecue. I don't go. I usually skip the kimchi. I'm not. It's too. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not a kimchi person. My wife does though.
I just had it like on the first time I ever had just plain kimchi was on the Tuesday show or at Christmas. Because we were doing like favorite snacks.
It depends what you. I only eat kimchi if it's like with a certain protein.
Yeah, I just ate it like plain because I'd had it in soup.
I can't eat it by itself.
Well, I can't eat it in soup. It's like it's too soggy. Yeah. I need the crunch of it. So I like it now, but it's one of those things you eat it and you're like, I don't know if I like this or not. And then you're like, I really kind of want some more. It's like kind of, so yeah. I wondered if, I said, I was
don't ask me to make the kimchi movie. Cause that's not my, that
would take centuries.
That'll be like in development hell forever. It's kind of like,
there you go. Well, it's got to ferment.
I'll just buy the rights so it never gets made. That's what I'll do. Get the rights to kimchi. It'll never be made.
Oh no! I was just like, I'm gonna ask him that question because James was like, well, just ask him about the Kickstarter stuff. I was like, I'm gonna ask him weird questions. I'm gonna ask him if he likes kimchi.
I'm still waiting on a balut villain.
Balut. Oh. My son ate balut. We were in the Philippines last summer, and it was supposed to be a prank video, and he actually liked it. So it was kind of like, take that, Pat, take that, Patricio. Eat my shorts. Eat my balut.
I loved his eyes got so big when I said "cowabunga, dude." He was like, "Bart Simpson says it."
That's how you get people to talk our lingo. It's like you let them watch The Simpsons. Never got into Ninja Turtles, but Simpsons, if it's there, And he got into The Simpsons because of Roblox and the memes. It's like, so anything in Roblox, that's the heart. That's the way into my son's heart. It's like Roblox validates it. It's like it's the only reason why he likes the Rick Ashley music videos, because he heard the whole Rick roll somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's
and
hilarious.
I'm telling you, I love Rick Ashley. You gotta have to listen to the other songs like Together Forever. It can't just be that song. You know.
I just finished
you up.
I just finished Ted Lasso season 2, and they rickrolled us at the funeral, and it was like, oh man, really? So I was like, how dare you? This is amazing.
I gotta do something like a Rick, but the Lumpia roll. How do I Lumpia roll someone? That's gotta be. I gotta make that a thing.
There you go.
You know,
mm-hmm,
you got Lumpia rolled, everyone. You
yeah,
just put them in the mouth. It's
there
like,
you go. With a Lumpia.
Lumpia rolled.
You got Lumpia rolled, everyone. Everyone here got Lumpia rolled.
There we go.
You got Lumpia rolled. She got Lumpia rolled.
Everybody gets a Lumpia roll.
And we just play the Rick Ashley song. He's just singing the Lumpia song.
Hey, next collab. You, Rick Astley.
I'm just throwing it out there. A lumpia is a roll, and it is delicious. So there you go.
There you go. So
an idea.
that's awesome. That's great. I think it's never gonna give you heartburn. Never gonna.
Never gonna
that boss.
Never gonna pass it around and give you chorro.
Oh man,
that's awesome. That's so awesome. I think it's great. I love it when people do, like, I don't have anything to Kickstarter or anything, but I always love it when people have like these, grassroots, ground level stuff, and like people can get, because I think that's really what the fans like, is that they want to feel like they're a part of it.
Well, they want to discover stuff. That's the thing, right? They want to discover new things. I always compare it to when I discovered South Park. It was like when I discovered when you heard that through your friends, you're like, oh, you're watching the show. It felt like the in thing, and then.
Dude, I think
when it became mainstream, I just lost interest. It's like
I think I was your son's age when I discovered South Park.
I discovered South Park and then put it right back on the shelf.
And I think they were only in like their second season when I discovered South Park.
I see. I love origin stories, so I love the fact of that this whole Christmas card that was passed around, and and so I just remember showing it to my uncle one day. This original card, he was like, "That's blasphemous." He was like, "Don't watch it." I was like, "Okay, don't show that to him. That's sacrilegious."
Because Jesus, Santa Claus are fighting.
Yeah, no, Jesus. And I was like, okay, I'm watching more of this.
So like I watched a few of them, and my favorite is Chef's dad, who always talks about the Loch Ness monster. I quote that so much. I'm like, somebody will say something about the Loch Ness monster, and I'll be like, 350, like.
Yeah, and the thing, as film students, we love how folks got together, and Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they were the rebels, at those times. So it was like it meant that you didn't have to go to an expensive film school to be successful. I was like, what am I doing at USC? Why?
Right.
All this,
yeah. Yeah, but I mean, USC is such a cool school to go to anyway.
It's a cool school. I can say this now because I paid off all my loans already. So.
Hey, if the fire rages long enough, it might go up in smoke.
Oh God! Up in Smoke, another good movie.
Up in Smoke. Logan, you want to watch Up in Smoke? Put that on Roblox. I'm sure he'll watch it.
Right? Yeah. As soon.
I mean, it's in Call of Duty, so.
Yeah, he's not a Call of Duty level yet, or that phase yet. So I have time.
Was he say? Yeah, man, I followed my dog around for like 3 weeks to get that back. It's part Labrador and part Golden Retriever. What do you mean, we're smoking dog shit, man?
So I my favorite memory. It makes sense because I have a WonderCon memory because when we premiered the movie at WonderCon, we followed Cheech and Chong. Like they were on stage and they were coming off. and I was coming on stage.
God,
They passed the baton.
What's some guys?
They didn't pass something else, but they passed the baton to me.
That's true too. They passed something.
What I was trying to pass you was the book, man.
The microphone, you know. Pass the microphone.
Oh wait, there's a microphone?
Right. I don't understand how to do a mic drop. That's about as close as I get to either one of those. I'm not really. Yeah. So, well, that's so cool. WonderCon is such an interesting convention. I've always
you've been to WonderCon, right? Or
I've been to San Diego Comic-Con,
WonderCon,
but not WonderCon because it was not in San Diego, and I lived in San Diego at the time. And after San Diego Comic-Con, seriously, you need like a whole year to recover from that. That's like if you go every day. And I worked to the pre-con for to get exhibitors registered and everything. So it was like a week and a half for me. So after that, I was always like, I can't do anything.
I feel you. I mean, it's even WonderCon, because they used to be in San Francisco. There are a lot of folks who still won't go to WonderCon because it's in Anaheim now.
Yeah.
But I love WonderCon. I mean, I always use WonderCon as my warm up. Because I need my warm up. My pregame. So WonderCon is my pregame before San Diego.
You're pre-gaming. I'm pre-gaming with WonderCon this year.
And then it's so funny now. My years are, it's like WonderCon, my pregame, everything's all for San Diego Comic-Con, and then the after party is New York Comic-Con for me. It's like that's my how I end the year.
That's a good like hangover relief.
Yeah, hangover party. It's like I'm in Manhattan. Where am I? All the horns are honking. It's like. That's the thing about I love. I mean, I've been going to these conventions as a fan and a professional for so many years. To now be an exhibitor, it's almost like I can't go back to just being an attendee. It's like the exhibitor is. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of work. But it's just a lot of money. But there's all these. It's just. I don't know this. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just meeting the other vendors, and it's a whole new side of the convention life that you don't, see, and you see everyone loading in and loading out. It's kind of like
it's like a community. It really is. Like there's a whole like con exhibitor community out there that you just kind of you vibe with them, and like whoever you're next to, and you guys kind of like, hey, what are you guys gonna do for dinner? Hey, let's go do dinner together. I mean, it's like.
I'm the type to just go straight to I just need a knockout. I need a rest. Right? I need my stamina. Maybe I had time when I could party back in the day, but I need rest. Just build my stamina.
I know, absolutely. But yeah, it really is. I loved it. Every year that I went to San Diego Comic-Con, I loved it. And I worked all the years that I went. So I worked there. So I got to meet a lot of the exhibitors and a lot of the artists. And it's fun, and it is a whole different side of it. So it's like, and when I just started going to other cons as like an attendee or something, I was like, this isn't as fun.
Yeah, you get to know already which conventions. Like there was one year where I did a lot of them: C2E2, ECC, even Tidewater Comic-Con. I was just wanted to experience it as an exhibitor, and kind of like. And then I realized, okay, this is too much money I'm spending and traveling. But I got a taste of it, and now it's kind of like, okay, I just learning and appreciating this. Yeah, because I don't know how long this ride's gonna be, and I'm just trying to enjoy it, And for me to spend it with my family, it's just, I feel like I'm checking my business thing and family time together.
Well, you're unlocking achievements on both sides.
Yes, yeah, no, exactly. I just don't look. If my son ever gets tired of it, I think that's the time to give up. Like I think he still appreciates it, but I don't want to be that dad that just drags them. That I think that's when it's time to move on. But I was gonna say, luckily, it hasn't got to that point. Yeah,
a lot of core memories with him too, though. These are things that he's going to remember for such a long time. Oh yeah,
because my dad never took me to Comic-Con.
Right, man. I was pregnant with my son and took him to Comic-Con. And then the year
my
that he
wife
was
did
born,
too. Whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
the first year he was born, like the people I told first that I was pregnant were people I only see at San Diego Comic-Con.
Did you? Okay, so I have a question. So when you were pregnant in Comic-Con, because we didn't know we had like my wife got like really good treatment. She was able to go to Hall H in the front, and I don't know, there was almost like a whole different world where it was like, oh, being pregnant, you can actually go in a wheelchair.
Oh,
And, like,
they treat you well. But
yeah,
because I knew all the exhibitors, like I got the VIP.
Someone felt
I got
sorry
like
for. Oh, I was saying, like, so we were just in line at Hall H, and someone who was leaving to get a bathroom break saw my wife in a wheelchair and just randomly just, here, I'm not going back. I want to give this ticket to you. Go inside Hall H. It was like one of those, what? And we're like in the middle, and we're in front, and you park them right in front of the. It was.
No,
Yeah.
it was great. Yeah, you get treated like they really. It's a great. It's a lot of money, but you do get treated well at San Diego Comic-Con. Now on Sunday it smells like BO, but other than that, it's actually a good experience.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. I do a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking where I realize, oh, that was happening. How come I didn't check? There's a lot of stuff that happened, and as an exhibitor, you're like, you think that you can experience it all, and you're like, wait, that was happening. I like to think that I'm kind of in tune with everything that's happening, because I do a lot of prep work, not just for my booth, but I make checklists of all the things I want to do, because I feel I can do it all. Like I can still, who cares if I'm an exhibitor? I can still do this, and I can still buy this, and I want it all, and there's always something like I missed, like, oh my gosh,
If you could like go back in a time machine, what is like the one thing that you missed at a previous Comic-Con that you would love to have experienced?
Well, I wish. So when Funko first came on, I was there. Maybe, what year was that when they first came on? There was just like a table,
It was was it like 09?
It
wasn't.
I mean, this is not even. I mean, I'm not even much of a Funko person anymore. But back then, it felt like my wife was to Disney, and I wish we had. Oh, the first Funko. Yeah, no, I wish I had a bunch of those Funko Pops, like those original ones, because
that would have been cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but there's something else. That's a sucky answer. There's something that there's something more. It would have to be. Well, no, because I gave this so one of the cool things I treated one of the treats I gave someone, because I felt like it was my treat, was I treated Lawrence to meet Frank Miller. Like I was able to go early and get a ticket for him, so that, and I know he was such a big Frank Miller fan,
right?
So for me to go out of my way to get that ticket for him, it was cool, because I was living through him, and I guess Frank Miller stopped the line for him. Like I guess
awesome.
Lawrence said something and inspired him, and it says, "Hey, I need to hear this. Stop the line."
That's cool.
So it's funny, because I think my favorite moments at Comic-Con is when I see other people nerd out. I will tell you what is my least favorite moment of Comic-Con. It wasn't even an exhibitor. I took my brother to Comic-Con, and you want them to feel and like, just, why is this good? I wanted so bad to see my brother nerd out. And of course I took him to Hall H line, and we're lining up for, wait till you see this Marvel panel. It's amazing. We're gonna line up this early, and literally as the day went through, this line was much longer than I anticipated from the year before. I thought we were going to get in earlier, and literally, and he didn't nerd out because it was hot, and he was waiting all day. Why are we waiting all Saturday for this? But as we were getting closer, and he felt that, okay, we're going to get in, and he was looking online. He was like, oh my gosh, we're going to see Robert Downey, or we're going to see, and I think we're going to make it to the Warner Brothers, or we're going to see the new Superman, so he was kind of like excited, and it was like, oh my God, it's happening. He's going to nerd out. And then we're about to go in, and then all of a sudden, boom, they closed the gates.
Oh no.
Us. They closed the gate on us. And like on the last thing, it's like almost, they should have just shut us down early on, but it was like the biggest tease, and waiting out the time. And by the time we got to Hall H after the Marvel panel, of course, Kevin Smith like rubs it in, like that was the greatest Marvel panel ever. Because we stayed in line and just to our our prize was let's just say Kevin Smith. I like Kevin Smith, but Kevin Smith just eggs them on. It was almost like that rubbing salt on that wound, and so my brother, that was the last time my brother ever went to Comic-Con. He refuses to go. Even I'm an exhibitor now. I got the hookups, bro. I can get you in. No.
I can get you into the green room, dude. That's where everybody hangs out.
I could probably get right over here in our booth. Come on, let's go. No, I'm good.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't like movies anymore. I don't like
I don't like fun.
I don't like fun anymore. Sorry, Dor. I'm making fun of you. It's really like I nerd out more seeing other people nerd out, that's like my biggest joy, really. And that's how, especially with my wife, to see her nerd out. Like, she always made fun of me going to these conventions, and what turned her was she was a big Ghost Hunters a fan of the TV show Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, they have a panel here? I forget which year this was, but obviously she wanted to go check that out. And I said, oh yeah, okay, no worry, you can go there. It's starting at 2:00. You can just go there at 1:30. No one's gonna be at that panel. Obviously, I was wrong. There's a line across, and I'm like, she's looking at me like, if I, those eyes saying like, if I don't get into this panel,
I'm never
literally again, just like my brother, I get the last shoot to go in before Ghost Hunters, and it like cuts us off again right there. And like she's like third, and then obviously they said, okay, we can squeeze in 2 more. My wife didn't hesitate; she left me, and like I'm going, and I stayed outside. I'm like, no, let her have her. So the moment of her nerding out was me when I eventually got in mid panel to the Ghost. I was looking for where she was sitting. She wasn't sitting down. You know where she was? She was actually in line to ask a question, and I was like, what the? So when she asked the question, it was a good question too. I started having nerd tears. Oh my god, that's my girl. Like,
that's your like
asking the question.
Proud.
Yeah. Oh, ever since that moment, man, yeah, she would not miss a Comic-Con with me, and she's become like my
proud
nerd
moment.
Oh yeah.
See, Comic-Con's more than the comics that fills up my closet. It's more than that.
Yeah, I get it. But no, that's awesome. I love con stories. They're amazing. So I have a few, but I won't say them. Because
positive, negative.
No, they're really good. I actually scare I have scared people at San Diego Comic-Con before, like big name directors and actors. With my enthusiasm. Let's just say that. We'll just say that.
Is there someone who? So what's the biggest person you just totally got starstruck at met at Comic-Con or at a con?
I don't know that I've ever
unexpectedly.
Not really starstruck. I did tell Kevin Smith to stop stalking my child. So I told you we took Shadu when he was a baby.
Yeah. No, I remember.
And he's like not even a year old at this time. And so we've got him up. He's, his dad's got him and he can see behind him. And I hear him giggling and I'm like, what's going on? I turn around and Kevin Smith's behind us and he's making faces and doing stuff. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then like later on, we're somewhere else. I hear the same thing. I turn around. It's Kevin Smith again. So I'm like, okay, this is odd. So then a third time, it happens again, and I turned around and I was like, will you please stop stalking my child, Kevin Smith? I even said Kevin
What if he
Smith.
was auditioning?
It was hilarious. He laughed, and he was like,
oh my god,
he was like, oh, haha. Like, he knew I was kidding, but it was just so funny. I was like, what is going on? So.
Awesome.
So that was probably it. I would say most starstruck. It's going to be weird. George Perez is probably the person that I got starstruck. Yeah. I met him he was actually one of the first people I told that I was pregnant. So it's like 22 years ago. And he was just so sweet. We became friends. He wished me happy birthday every year. I wished him happy birthday It was sweet. And, I think he was probably the one that really I got really starstruck about. And then like Phil Jimenez, like he and I still kind of chit chat every now and then, but not
I love it.
not
I
anything
love
like
Phil
that.
Jimenez
So.
art. I love his art. I love it.
Yeah, he is, and
No, his
he's
Superman does not look like Christopher Reeve. No.
no, but his Superman does look good.
I can tell you a time where you were starstruck.
Oh yeah,
Sean Astin.
We interviewed Sean Astin at Gem State, and I was like, oh my god! Like I actually like hugged him in his arm during the panel, which I don't think Phil saw that, but yeah, I did.
Aw. Starstruck moment for me. It was Matt Groening. Groening? How do you say it? Matt Groening? Groening?
Oh
Groening,
yeah,
Matt Groening.
he and I have the same birthday.
That was unexpected because he just happened. I think he was walking out somewhere in the booth, and we literally crossed paths. As like, and I was like, "Oh hey!" And he literally stopped. And I was like, I forget when I talked to him, and we had a conversation. That was weird. And the fact that he actually took a moment because he had some bodyguards or whatever escorting him, and he took the time to like stop and pause and like have this quick chat with me. That was cool. That was I think.
Is that independent of your son getting into The Simpsons?
No. I like I said, he got interested in The Simpsons not because I told him to watch it, it's because of Roblox. He saw something there.
Right, yeah, but I'm saying, does your son know that you have this whole story with the creator of
No, I don't think I've ever told him that. I don't think he's maybe I should tell him, but he doesn't ask me who created this yet. I don't think he's in that phase, like who made this, who did this yet. I'm sure if I saw him and I told him he made The Simpsons, he'd probably go, "Whoa, really?" Like that's probably the best way. So if I see Matt again, I'm like, "Yo, that's my homie right there. Let's go talk to him."
We're like, Matt, yo,
and I get tackled on stage.
Yeah. So Jeff, I am planning to go to Gem State this year. They ask me if I'm going to go to cons, and I'm in Oklahoma, so it's hard for me to get over to the West Coast. So sorry, I just want to answer that question, but so that's it's awesome. I love con stories. Phil actually had a fan club at one of the cons.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He was eye candy.
Apparently. Silver Age Comic Con.
Where's Silver Age Comic Con? Where's that at?
Reno.
Oh, Reno. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So Silver Age Comic Con. It was actually the same con where we did the interview with Lawrence.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
That's right. They were in Reno. I didn't realize it was called Silver
Age Comic Con. Yeah.
Reno's like the smallest. What is it called? The tiniest. Biggest little city. Biggest little city. Biggest little town. Right. Yeah.
No. So we we're doing this. We were helping with the cosplay contest, and I guess I guess I was attractive, or some girls found me attractive. And there was like a lot of jokes about me like taking my shirt off and stuff like that. Okay, I'll make
Reno.
In Reno. But like it just like I ended up getting this whole fan club of like this whole group of girls that were just like kind of fangirling over me the entire show, and I was like, okay, it's a little weird to have a fan club.
And of course, we've never, ever given him any crap about it. Not at all.
Whatever happens in Reno doesn't stay in Reno. We all talk about Reno.
Yeah. It's like Fight Club, but reversed.
It's like, no, we don't talk about Reno.
We always talk about Reno.
We always don't talk about Reno.
That's funny. They say we don't talk about Bruno.
Oh,
you talk about Reno.
We always talk about Reno. Oh.
Especially now that we're friends with Adasa, that's even better.
Yeah. So no, that's awesome. So do you we're actually got 20 minutes. I was gonna say you want to stick around for a little longer, but you're here. You're here until the end.
What is the end? I don't really know. When is the end? What
Right.
is the end?
Well, since time isn't linear, I don't know. We do, and you have the enamel pins, so you can do that. We have a dance party at the end, so you can use your enamel pins and do dance parties. So,
My spinning.
what else do you have coming up? So you're going to be at WonderCon,
Yeah.
and then you're going to
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no, we'll be at WonderCon. That's our first convention of the year. I'll be debuting. Hopefully, Mix #1 is our next issue in the Lumpia saga. So Mix is a hollow. It's a whole thing. So we're taking another dessert, and then Mix is kind of like our own Suicide Squad, our own Creature Commando, our own task force in that universe. And so it's a fun thing. It's so yeah, no, Mix is gonna be the new issue that we release in WonderCon, and then of course everything all roads go to San Diego Comic-Con. So we've been planning San Diego Comic-Con for a long time in terms of what we have planned. So I don't know. Last year we had the Eraserheads, which was a very popular rock band in the Philippines, and they made a cameo in our Lumpia comic. They like our brand was good enough that this rock band wanted to play in our sandbox and be part of Comic-Con with us. So that was cool last year. So I don't know how we're gonna top that off in San Diego this year. I feel I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Maybe a little like small company called Distance Nerding.
Yeah, what do you guys have planned? Are you guys gonna be there? Who's gonna be appearing at San Diego Comic-Con? Are you all gonna be there?
As of right now, we don't have plans. We've actually never, as Distance Nerding, we've never been to San Diego Comic-Con.
Wow.
But only some of you have gone there separately. Like
Jen,
yeah.
Both me and James have never been.
Oh. Well, we have, even if you don't get tickets, we have our little pop-up there with Gaslamp Lumpia Factory. So we always have our Lumpia pop-ups there during the event. So, if you can't get in, we always going to have some fun stuff there. You can have Lumpia.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's like the end thing now for San Diego is even like not really going to the convention, but going up to all the pop-ups around and all like the outside venue stuff. Like people just go for that now. And I think that's really cool because, of course, let's grow. Let's do all this.
Yeah. No, and look, we haven't planned out our stuff yet there. So, hey, we're always available. We're always looking for things to do for that pop-up, so, so I don't know. Like if you guys need excuse to go to San Diego Comic-Con, we don't pay for travel or board or any of that stuff, but we have a fun pop-up.
Are you guys gonna be presenting again this year or no?
We don't usually find out if our panel gets in like a month, but we were definitely going to submit a panel. We've been very lucky that they've accepted our panels 4 years now in a row. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so last year's panel was big. I mean, the one 2 years ago we were at Ballroom 20. That was the big one that we were. The fact that we were at Ballroom 20 was amazing, and that one secured a distribution for the film. But like last year was big enough because we had the rock band. So that's what I'm saying. How am I going to top that? Maybe I have to dance. Maybe I'll do a dance party. Maybe
there you go. Well, and if you do get the Rick Astley like collab going,
there you go. I think that's where we're gonna have Rick Astley do a Lumpia role.
There you go.
Rick Astley, if you're watching this, I please
just remember, Rick, we are never gonna give you up.
Right.
We're never gonna give up. Remember, my son loves you, so I have my son here. I'll give you the puppy dog. There you go. Tell you.
And he'll also
eat my shorts. That's what I'm gonna say.
I mean, if you guys need a moderator, if you guys get the panel and you guys need a moderator, we know podcast is pretty good at moderating.
Yeah, so my friend Winston always has first dibs in it, but I'll say this: if he happens not to be available to moderate it, Bill, I got you.
Yeah.
Like just jot his address. I mean, no, don't. Oh, That would be like an achievement to unlock, to moderate a San Diego Comic-Con panel.
It's not there's an art to it, to moderating. I just realized, it's like it's for me, it's always timekeeping. That's always I even look at the videos or panels. I'm always stressing because it's almost like I'm the person that has to monitor the time, and we're always known. So the cons have always looked at us and, oh, the Lumpia folks, those guys always go over, or we're the ones that don't, like, in the signings we take forever to leave. But that's a Filipino thing, I'm just saying that we take pictures, we're like chatting, and then we're just chatting. We take a few steps. We're not even out the door. We're gonna inch closer and closer as we're talking.
We
and
braid
chatting.
each other's hair on the way.
Yeah, we're taking pictures. Everyone's
whatever.
taking selfies. It's like, I'm sorry, we're just bringing our own flavor to Comic-Con.
It's funny because we have a long running joke. If you watch the Tuesday show, under James's name is always on Filipino time.
Oh, he is. Yeah, always on Filipino time.
Like, what time was this thing supposed to start today? I don't know.
Right.
Filipino time, bro.
Well, and
that's why it doesn't bother me.
James
It's
is
like
always
Filipino
the one
time.
that's trying to keep us on track too, because Phil and I go off on so many tangents. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I don't see the paper yet. Like saying, the guy goes, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
Keeping the spirit of we keeping the Pinoy spirit around here.
We just, hey, we just bring the ancestors. We're just bringing in the ancestors.
So none of y'all are going to be at WonderCon then. No one here is going to be at WonderCon, huh?
No, I mean, usually when we go to Southern California, it's usually because remember, we're based out of Sacramento. So
Disneyland. Disneyland's next door.
No, so
Knott's Berry Farms.
Knott's Berry. Oh, that's our favorite. We have season pass to Knott's. I love Knott's. So.
Do you go to the Berry Fest or whatever, where they have the boysenberry stuff? I want to go to that. I've never been. Sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
We take advantage of the meal plans there, so it's really cool. Like, you get like, if anyone doesn't know, the meal plan is like that's a big deal. I wish I lived closer to Knott's. I eat every day. They're 2 meals a day, free.
Such good food. Anyway,
I was saying typically when we do shows in Southern California, it's usually because we've been invited to a show, or like LA Comic-Con is like our big show of the year, so we always do LA Comic-Con. Like, we this last year we got the honor of doing moderating a panel at Power Morphicon.
Power Morphicon, that usually happens when, in August? No, when is Power Morphicon?
Yeah, I think it's like later in the fall, but it's the biggest Power Ranger Comic-Con.
Yeah. No, totally. So one of my best friends, one of my buddies is a Power Ranger, Philip Jean Marie. He was a Blue Ranger in Wild Force. Is it Wild Force? I'm sorry,
I don't know anything about Power Rangers. So.
He was a Blue Ranger, though. He was a Blue Ranger.
Blue is my favorite color. So.
Well, what's funny is because like I said, we've done we got to do the Red Ranger panel, which is like one of the bigger panels. So we basically did a panel moderating all of the Red Rangers except for the only one who didn't show up was Austin St. John.
And he's the original one. How could you do a Red Ranger if you don't get it? It's not a Red Ranger panel, unfortunately, without him.
It's just a light red. It's just, not pink, light red.
Yeah. All the other Red Rangers were there. And of course, like again, there are other Rangers that are as far as like within the Ranger community that are just as big.
Yes.
But Austin St. John is the biggest, like out of everybody.
So out of all the colored Rangers, Red Ranger collectively is the most popular one.
Well, the Red Ranger is also the leader.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying because I was a fan of the Green Ranger before it became white, right? So I figure that because he was he was the coolest.
I was always a Green Ranger fan. Like I've always been.
Like I'm not even white. Like I was a Green Ranger fan. It's like, yeah. Anyway,
well, I like the White Tiger too. Though, like the White Tiger Ranger was dope to me too. But like the just in general,
Think
already-
about how many times they had to wash his outfit because of all the
Yes.
stains that would get on it.
that was something
in general too.
that was something they dealt with in
Just
Japan.
a Clear Ranger.
I just want to be the Brown Ranger because we're in the mud a lot.
Oh man.
Sorry, that was really bad. No, okay. I don't get Transformers. I don't understand the Power Rangers.
I'm a Trans fan. I'm a big Transformer fan. That's like that's the one that got me into Marvel. Transformers got me into Marvel.
You missed it. I just finished Lego Optimus Prime on Sunday.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I have him right here, dude.
Lego, I just I don't like doing work for my stuff, like I can't. It's like even we're talking about Korean barbecue. I say I hate cooking. Why do I have to work so hard to eat? It's like just give me the food already.
No, I honestly, yeah.
Why do I need to build this? Like let me just see the box.
Sewong said, "Wild Force." It was the first season.
I did not know this. So Phil, he got paid. He's probably the first Blue Ranger that got paid real money.
Right. First time you could get your SAG card.
Yeah, get my SAG card, my royalty checks.
Right?
But it does actually. It does.
My shorts the bond. No.
I'm just in it for the benefits.
Yeah, it does actually transform into Optimus and everything.
It transforms. Does the Lego transform? Why? It does, right? Okay.
It's Lego, so like I said, it's completely made out of Lego.
But it transforms too, right? It's not like you have to. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah.
I just don't understand why they're cars, because cars are not the apex predator of Earth. I mean, I guess they could be if they were sentient, but they're not. Yeah, no. Phil says it's like, oh, it's because of that's how they were back on Cybertron, and then Husby's like, well, no, it's because of this, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even care now.
It doesn't matter if he was a blue truck. It's Peter Cullen that made Optimus Prime. I mean, I think it's just his voice alone, and just I don't. I mean, again, when I dissect everything, it all comes down to just how Peter Cullen played that role, and when he died, I think that's you realize how important the character was. You didn't realize how important the character was until he died in the cartoon. I think that's what
proved. Yeah,
which is weird. Is that when you're younger, you're thinking, oh yeah, he's always going to be on 4:00 p.m. every Monday to Friday, and then you watch the movie, you're like, no, he died.
Like
no, he can die. No,
that's cool though. That does look cool.
Look at that. Is there a Matrix inside or no?
There is a Matrix.
Oh, I've never seen. Oh, that's a Lego Matrix. Now, see, I'm nerded out now. That's what a Lego Matrix looks like.
Yeah, that's it. Wow. It looked really cool.
You got the touch. Oh yes, you got the touch. There you go.
And not just that. Like, okay, so his gun. So that actually has the plasma rifle. Right. So it's got his plasma rifle,
and he has the we call it the we got a chain link. We call it, he has battle axe. Yeah,
battle axe. So
yeah,
battle axe. Let's see.
Oh, that was Megatron.
His jetpack.
Where's Teletran? No, not Teletran. The little thing. What am I forgetting his name? The one inside the
Energon.
Energon.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool, though.
And how long? I want to know how long it took you to get it to that point.
To build him where he's at now?
Yes.
It took probably 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, see, I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, but he only does it on the show. Like he doesn't do.
Oh, okay.
Build 2 hours.
Well, so if you did it straight, how long would it take?
Probably taking a good 3-4 hours.
Again, too much time. I'm even lazy when I get a Transformer. Like I don't want to read the directions. It's like I remember like trying to transform it breaks. I'm like I'm too impatient. It's like I want to know already how to transform this thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be reading instructions. This is not IKEA.
Not IKEA. But well, so let's go ahead and let's get all of your pluggables, like where people can find you, what they can like, where they can find the what's it? I want to say Pinterest, but it's not Pinterest. It's
the Pintopia. So it's on BackerKit. Yeah,
Pintopia.
BackerKit. Well, the Pintopia is the name of the curated program, whatever it is. But yeah, BackerKit. So I'm a company that's at Kid Heroes on all our socials. KidHeroes.net is the website. Lumpia movie is for the movie, but for this campaign, just you can I put the link up on YouTube here, but like it's lovethatlumpia.com /pins. So,
okay.
Well, it's right here on my Chiron. My droid here. My droid name here. So Love That Lumpia pins will take you there, and yeah, we have 14 days, and we're really funded already, but we're trying to unlock pin number 5. But like as James was saying, there's a lot of add-ons there. You have the new cap, the comic books, the trade paperback. If you ever wanted to own any of that stuff for a cheaper price, again, just you can back us at the smallest level and just add on. But yeah, we're like $400 away from our next goal, and yeah, we'll be at WonderCon next month. I'm sorry, on March, late March. So come by at our booth. I should announce I've been working on the website. It's like another of my projects. So go to kidheroes.net. Let me know what you think. I did a whole revamp of it. I'm building it, but it has everything there. Old YouTube videos. It has the store. You can buy some of the stuff directly online if you can't wait. We're back. So a lot of cool things happening, and our history is very rich. I mean, it's we've been the Lumpia franchise has existed for 20 years now, and and then my Kid Heroes movies existed since I don't know, a long time, decades. So, but you can see we started making music videos. We have the Black Eyed Peas stuff. So there's a lot of stuff like our Kid Heroes stuff has been ongoing, and now we're doing pins. So we went from movies to music videos to comic books to now pins.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Phil, you're gonna have to move us.
Move us.
Like you're in the big square.
Oh yeah, hold on. Ugh.
What are you building? Which one are you building now?
So I am building the Super Mario 64 question box.
Oh.
So I'm excited.
Is it hollow? Is it hollow inside then? Is it, or is there? It's gonna be hollow, huh?
So what's cool about this is again, it's Mario 64. So the box is hollow on the inside, but the whole mechanical piece to this is one. There are like little things that you can open up in there, like so Bowser pops out and things like that. But then the top flips over, and there's and it opens up, and it has all the different lands from Mario 64.
Wow.
So actually, if I go to the front right here, you can actually see it. So you guys.
So if I hit it, will I get a star or something, or red a mushroom?
A red mushroom, red. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
A red shell.
Yeah,
that's cool.
All the lands, like kind of.
Oh, I want to hit it. It's no fun. That's cool. It's like
gonna look cool.
Oh.
And of course,
yeah. My son has the first starter kit of the Mario. Yeah, he has that and Luigi.
So what's cool about this is if you have this, there are little things that you can set him on.
Oh yeah, then it makes a sound. Yeah.
You can literally so once you build the castle, there's a piece off the castle that comes out, and you can set him on there, and then it puts the whole does the whole Mario thing where he'll jump through the painting, right? So it makes the sound and goes, yeah. And then it'll make the sound, and he'll go okie dokie and jump through the thing. So it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is that so my son liked it first, but that's the thing that these toys are built really for us. It's like the toys are so complicated now. It's almost like they'll play it and like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Or they're like, I don't want to build it. I want you to build it, and I want to play with it. And it's like,
oh no, he literally went from this Lego Mario to the Mario Builder. Like he actually just want to play the game and start building his own levels.
Yeah.
So it's almost like Yeah, it's just I say this as I'm like looking in his room, and he still has all this stuff on his table, all these Legos.
Yeah. Yeah. Shadu was into Legos for a little while too. So there's a lot. So I got in the Guardians of the Galaxy, from the first movie,
Mhm.
the Benatar,
Oh
or
yes.
I don't know. It wasn't the Benatar. It was the one before anyway, but
Uh,
it was that.
Benatar was the second one.
It was
Mm.
like what was
The
it?
Milano.
The Milano. That's right.
Oh, the
And
Milano. There you
we built it
go. At
together,
least
and
the
he's got
Milano.
it put up, and so
We
it's
all
kind
we
of
all
neat.
wanted to ride the Milano.
Wow.
Who's the
We went
boss
there.
now? Huh? Yeah, no, I think the what was I gonna say? And I lost my train of thought. I was just thinking of Milano.
Milano.
Completely just blanked out.
Wow.
We're doing our job if everybody's just thinking of Alyssa Milano now. Like, no, I don't want to think about nerdy stuff. I want to think about Milano.
He's Milano. What? Milano. What's gonna happen? It turned off.
All right. Well, I guess let me go ahead and do my little spiel real quick.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I'm just doing this last piece real quick, and then we'll jump on that.
Okay.
It's just this piece is hard because of the way it's like set.
Well, let me do mine real quick. And
I got it. Basically, all I was doing was putting rubber bands on here so it keeps the door closed.
Oh, cool. All right, here you go. So I'm Frey. I'm usually here on Tuesdays, except when I have a migraine. And then apparently I'm on Thursdays, and I'll be on tomorrow as well. So you can see me on Distance Nerding. I have my own channel called Frey Girl, where Shadu and I do a show called Classified. We take your favorite fandoms and classify them into Dungeons and Dragons classes. We also do have a sister show that we have done already called Journals of the Classes, where it tells you all about the classes. So if you don't know what a Dungeons and Dragons class is, you can actually watch that sister show and then watch all the classified. We are doing a second season, and instead of the classes, we're going to do it about the different races, and it's called Journal of the Ancestors. It's going to be all about the races that are in Dungeons and Dragons. So if you guys have ever wanted to be or wanted to get into Dungeons and Dragons, our sister shows are really good to give you some information. And occasionally I'm on Kyber Cave Productions, and yeah, that's me. All my socials are at Frey Girl.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna follow you right everything.
Now.
So, but that's me, and I actually got to do it because Shadu's not here. Usually he does it for me.
I know, right? Patricio, give everybody your pluggables, man. Any shows that you're doing upcoming, or social media.
Already did that.
But I mean, again, I want to reiterate. I want everybody to follow and to back everything that you're doing, man.
Yes, at Kid Heroes is our company, and kidheroes.net. I was just plugging the new website, so I put everything in there now, including all my old music videos if you want to watch that. But the campaign is love.lumpia.com /pins. We're on backer kit. And if you do, my deal still stands. If you make a pledge today before midnight, I will find you and I'll add that bonus early bird special where you can get a free comic or an extra pin. So $10 will get you a bonus if you back us up right now until midnight. Scout's honor. I will do that. And we have the Lumpia movie that's out. Just go to lumpiamovie.com. You can watch it on Amazon, Apple TV. It's a very serious drama about a man who eats lumpia. No, it's a wacky comedy. So check out Lumpia with a Vengeance. And then the deep fried universe continues in the comic books. So if you want something fun and wacky.
I was just gonna say I love that it's called the Deep Fried Universe.
The DFU, and that's the thing about us. Like we didn't call it the DFU, the Deep Fried Universe. Someone in one of these live streams like called it that, so I just took it and trademarked it. No, I'm just kidding. I trademarked it, but we took it and ran with it. So so a lot of us stuff all crowdfunded, and we're just having fun. So hopefully you can join us. But join the campaign. Like that's what we're doing now in the next 14 days, and we'll have a few surprises, and we'll have more live streams on our end as well, and maybe I'll invite the folks over here to come join our live stream.
Yeah, we'll be all
that. And if you, and if you want to fund their trip to go to San Diego Comic-Con, please go to this link so that Distance Nerding can go to San Diego Comic-Con. Make sure they can experience San Diego for the first time. If I hit my goal, if I hit 10,000, I will pay for your trip. How about that? If my campaign ever hits 10,000, I will get you all in.
Oh man, that'd be amazing.
That's. I say that and I mean it if it hit 10,000 because that would be a lot of money that I don't deserve. I need to
make this happen, people.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen,
you have proof that I said that on here. So,
it's on the internet and it's there forever. Ladies and gentlemen,
stretch goal.
You know who we are. It's a stretch goal. Well, I have to plug this now. So if you want to support us, if you want to help us out, the best way to do that is go to distancenerding.com. Go to the top of the page and hit that big blue button that says buy us a taco. You can join the taco party. That's the best way to get us to more events and do more live events and do more things out there. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to connect with us, you can connect with us on all the social media platforms. If it is social media, we are there. The social platforms, everything: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, never calling it X, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Blue Sky, because we are on Blue Sky now, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals, the beard, John Meds' glasses, and of course, everything should do would do for 2 pennies. It is the most depraved thing that you've ever seen. The 2 penny opera. It's actually not that bad. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out at the feet of Kuya with a holster of Lumpia ready to throw at you.
I love it.
You can send us an email at dist. intsnerding@aol.com, and we will read it live on air. Again, that's just a testament to how old we are, right? Is that our email is at aol.com.
Yes, that's how old school we are. If we could have a MySpace one, we would have that.
Fun fact, MySpace still exists, and my account still works. I tried it the other day.
Oh man, I don't even remember what my MySpace was. It was probably something silly, like purple unicorn 75 or
you know,
something.
it's funny. Back when we were still with Hardly Heroes, I made a Hardly Heroes MySpace. So there's a Hardly Hero MySpace that exists. I might have to go and actually make ours.
That's where I learned HTML.
I think they have a record of that. I think there's a website you can see old stuff like your profile.
The Wayback Machine.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I see my old GeoCities webpage there, but anyway, that's another story for another.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. Thanks, and keep nerding together. It is now time for the dance party. Let's get this going.
Eat my shorts. Yes.
Riding my bicycle.
Distance nerding.
Okie dokie.
He's gone red. Does that mean he's gonna attack?
Fucking evil baby!
Oh yeah!
Happy to Slim Jim.
Oh yeah!
Bone saw.
We'll see everybody tomorrow.